way to lose weight? You said false. And I said it's both. It's true and false. It's false A because you cut your calories too far. You don't have enough calories, your body goes into starvation. And it holds on to that fat for dear life and it won't let it go. So you're going to, you have too many calories and you don't have enough exercise, you're not burning those calories off, it's going to turn to fat, to store, and then it's going to have a problem, right? All right. All right. So it's good to know your numbers, to know your metabolic number, to know exactly how many calories you're supposed to eat during the day, and then it gets you on a better scale and keeps you in the right ballpark. How do you find that out? Well, we have a test here. It's called a BIA. It's a bioimpedance analysis, and it runs $40. And then it's just, they put little sensors on your fingers and just test your fluid, your muscle mass, and tell you your ears are working. Okay. Eating at night makes you gain weight.
Loud.
Yes?
Well, after a certain time, if you're just going to sit on the
Okay. Well, people in Europe eat at night all the time.
do they go to the nice beautiful long segment?
Well, I don't know about that. But it's all about your calories. It's all about your metabolism. And if you have enough calories left over, you have a little storage. A little bit of stored up calories, you can use those up without fear of getting a saddlebag while you're sleeping. So, but if you're already past your calories and you're just eating for that comfort, then you're probably not doing well. All right. So, true and false.
Yeah, why not?
Good, how are you?
All right. Drinking water will help you lose weight. There you go. So dehydration makes your fat burning process slow down. You need your muscles to be lubricated. You need everything to be full. The water. I don't know. The water helps.
You love this one. Come on.
I know it's my favorite. I'm tripping over my words. The water it is actually. The water flushes out your system. So when you work out and you're burning calories, those toxins build up in your system. Kind of like the exhaust in your car. It has to be flushed out. If it builds up, your car won't run. So you have the water, it flushes all that out, and it keeps your body running smooth. It activates your organs. It gets everything ready and raring to go to burn the calories and just make a smoother running machine. Okay? Exactly. Alright. When trying to lose weight, you should start with lots of cardio first, then add resistance training.
I believe that's a true false also. False true.
It is.
True. Oh, false.
That's false. When you build your muscles, when you start working your muscles and you build that out, you get more mitochondria in your muscles, which actually helps you burn more calories just sitting still. So as you're sitting there, your body is just working overtime because it's got to keep the mass of the muscles working and strong. When you do your cardio, you're just burning fat. When your cardio session is done, the muscle's not there to keep it going. Make sense?
Yes, but which one do you do first then?
You want to do more weight training. You want to do more weight training. You want to get more muscle mass. The more muscle you have, the more calories you burn without expending so much energy. Questions?
I'm trying to figure out how to make that work. Because I have free weights, well, I have two, just 2 3-pound free weights at home. And I have my exercise ball, and I have hula hoop, like the weighted hula hoops. And I have my Wii Fit, but how do I know that works?
That's what we're here for. That's why we're here.
And I'm very cheap. That's I will not pay for a gym membership again, ever. There's too much stuff I can do that is in my house. I just need to control.
Well, that's what we do here. Mostly we teach you, you come in and train here, and we teach you how to do things that you can take with you home and work at home. We don't have an actual giant gym like a Powerhouse or a Lifetime.
No,
No, but we teach you how to use the balls and the free weights and all the things that you would have lying around.
Right.
Yeah. So there's no monthly gym memberships, basically. Right. So eating fat helps your body burn fat.
Sure.
Sure.
Healthy fats.
Healthy fats. Yes. So about 20% of your diet should be made from fats.
Now I'm trying to figure out, because my husband and I talk around and around and around. If you eat too much olives and olive oil and stuff like that, I know those are good fats.
Of course you can. You can eat too much of anything. You can eat too much carrots.
She's got 3 singles, take her 5.
Too much of anything is not good. Everything in moderation and
He eats olives and every day. I make him olives and he takes everything, but also has blue cheese and mozzarella.
you're talking olives or olive oil.
Olives that are olives. All kinds of different Greek olives. Mixed olives from Neosphagers. And they're big fat green olives. I don't know what they are, but they're bitted and they have some sweet things on them. All these olives have things. They're going to make a big bowl. Excuse me. And I put it in individual bowls. So like every morning, I make this every week. It's fruit salad and cut vegetables and hard lettuce and Gatorade. Every day it tastes the same thing.
Right. And olives. Nothing with it, just olives.
Just with the in the olive salad, there's olives and celery, green onions, and feta cheese, mozzarella balls, blue cheese, capers, pepper cheese, mixed with a little garlic expressions, and these are just like this.
Okay.
But his skin is so good, and his pillow is so discolored, and he smells funny. He won't listen to me.
There you go. Everything in moderation. If you're overdosing,
If
there you
know
go.
how-
You're
I mean, you know how to proceed. He's overdosing on the olives. It should be in every other day there. Oh, you're nuts.
Okay, so yes, I think you can overdose on olives.
And what it... really
Sorry.
stupid. And you'll never get that again. What are good fats? What are other examples of good fats?
Fats. We have avocados. We have even the fats you get in your meat. It's all good. It helps slow down your digestion. Yeah. So then you get more out of your vegetables. Your body can absorb more of your vegetables and your fruits and your other healthy foods. And plus, it makes your food taste good. And if your food tastes good, you're going to eat it. Like your olives.
I don't do olives. I do like olives.
All right. So it helps you feel full, like fish oils and flax seeds. All kinds of good oils.
Now our supplements of those, okay?
Okay. The real stuff is always better. All right. Will you burn more fat if you don't eat before you work out?
Olives. Your body needs them too.
Absolutely. You're not going to have the stamina. You're not going to have the strength. You're not going to have the ability to keep up. You're not going to be able to perform as well. You're not going to be able to lose as much weight.
Yeah, the Wii Fit is too. Have you eaten yet? If not, something small.
I think you should wait about an hour after a small snack. 3 hours after a big meal. You'll perform your best. fuel your engine with premium fuel. So you want it, you have a great car, you have a great automobile, you want to put great gas in it to keep it running at its peak optimum. You don't want to eat a whole bag of Twizzlers as your snack and then wait an hour because it's just not going to work. Plus not eating before your workout, you take the risk of low blood sugar, you pass out, get dizzy, lightheaded. Right. Following the fat burn program is the best way to lose weight.
I was writing some appointments down at the bottom. Yes, they have a computer meeting scheduling that.
This is my favorite.
This is my favorite one.
I am so confused. I went to the one treatment will tell you yes, and another treatment will tell you no.
All right, I'll tell you the truth. Okay, so first of all, you know what I'm talking about when I say the fat burn program. You walk up to the treadmill, you walk up to the cardio piece of equipment. It says fat burn program, and you're like, yeah, I want to burn fat. So you hit the fat burn program. So what the treadmill or elliptical is going to do, it's going to ask you like your age, maybe your weight, maybe male or female.
Make your heart rate go.
And it will say your heart rate should be at this. And depending on the machine, it will try to keep your heart rate at that by adjusting the resistance. So what that piece of equipment is trying to do is trying to assume that if you work out at a certain percentage of your age predicted max, that you're burning a high percentage of fat. Okay, a couple of problems with that. One, age predicted max is not an accurate way to figure out what your max heart rate is. Okay, I've used the example of myself and one of my very good friends. We worked out all through college together, went through the same program, and we pretty much did the same thing. After we graduated, she got married, she's had 2 kids. Her kids are now like 5 and 3, okay? So, should we go up to, she hasn't worked out, she hasn't done marathons, triathlons, and stuff like we did after we graduated college. She stopped doing that and had kids. So if we go up to the machine and say we want to do a fat burning program, she hasn't really been consistent working out. She's been busy having these kids. I'm still competing. So do we have the same age predicted heart rate max? Absolutely not. Even though we're still the same age and the same height, the same weight and all that, our cardio system is different.
Oh, even though she doesn't like to eat?
No, she hasn't been working out. She hasn't been doing cardio. I'm not.
But she didn't gain.
Well, she did, but she's lost it since, right? But it has nothing to do with weight. That's the point. It has nothing to do with weight.
Okay.
Your cardio condition may or may not be dependent on how much you weigh. Okay, it depends on what you've been doing for cardio fitness, what you've been doing for your cardio workout. She just hasn't been doing as much. I've stayed consistent all these years.
Right.
Okay, so that means that my body can burn a higher percentage of fat even at a higher heart rate. So I can work harder and still be burning a higher percentage of fat because my cardio system and fat burning system are still good working order. Okay. So the problem is that the treadmill or elliptical is assuming what your age predicted max is and then telling you where your heart rate should be. The other problem with this is that it can change. There used to be a time where if my heart rate was this, I could burn a certain percentage of fat. Now that I'm more conditioned, I can work at a higher heart rate and still be burning a certain percentage of fat. As my intensity goes up, as your intensity of cardio goes up, your body's ability to use fat decreases. So the harder you work, you're huffing and puffing, you're breathing harder, you're not getting oxygen in. Guess what? As you're more labored and it's harder to get that oxygen in, it's harder for your body to burn fat.
Just pull it, leave it out.
Because just like when you burn a candle, you gotta have oxygen present to burn that candle, same thing with fat. As soon as you don't have that oxygen present enough because you're huffing and puffing, it's harder for your body to convert fat to a fuel source. So the harder you work out, the less percentage of your total calories burned will come from fat. That is true. Now, here's why you're getting 2 different answers from trainers. So if I go and do a high intensity workout, let's say it is huffing and puffing, maybe it's only 15 minutes, and I burn 300 calories. Boom, done. I burned 300 calories, maybe 100 of those calories came from fat. Because I was huffing and puffing, it was work, okay? Now, I could do a low intensity workout, maybe it takes me half hour, 45 minutes. I burned 300 calories, same amount of calories, I worked out longer, lower intensity, but now maybe 200 of those calories came from fat. So, in the long run, yeah, my percentage of fat burned is higher with that lower intensity workout. I burned the same amount of calories in both, but my percentage was higher in the lower intensity workout. And what it comes down to is you need both. You need high intensity, you need low intensity. They both have their place.
Right.
And most people will do one or the other. I've worked with many people that they will go hard every single day. You know, puffing and puffing, no pain, no gain. And then I work with other people, it's like, come on, give me a little bit of oomph, you know, and it's a little bit of both. You've got to have some days that are higher, some days that are lower. So does that kind of clear it up? Okay. So high and low both have their place. Doing that lower intensity work, that I can do this all day long. I'm able to pull an oxygen, I can sing along with my playlist. That's teaching your body to burn fat. And if you never do that low intensity workout, your body doesn't develop the enzymes that it needs to develop. It doesn't get efficient at using fat as a fuel. So that's why it's important. Even for those clients I work with that are go hard every single time, I'm like, whoa, we gotta slow you down, and that's really hard for them, you know? I'm gonna slow you down and teach you how to burn fat as an efficient fuel source. So, those people that go hard every single time, all you're doing is teaching your body how to burn carbohydrate and then crave carbohydrate. You know, and I know there's workouts that I get done, I'm like, I'm starving, I just want to reach for probably the most unhealthiest carb that there is. I just got done burning it all up. But then what happens, if that's what you do every single day, you go hard, you deplete your carbohydrate stores, and maybe you go refill them with healthy carbohydrates. Okay, you refill it up.
Wait, I'm confused. I didn't know there was like a difference between healthy carbohydrates and
So like a healthy carbohydrate would be like,
Yes.
wheat tortilla shell.
that would be better than a white flour tortilla shell.
We just had tacos.
There you go.
And that's the question I had.
Yeah. Versus, you know, like what's a bad cereal? Like
Lucky Charms.
Lucky Charms, yeah, like Lucky Charms. It's a carbohydrate, but it's like sugar. Yeah. So if you do high intensity cardio workouts, you're just burning the carbs, depleting your muscle of carbohydrate. You might refill it. The next day, you're just depleting it again. You refill it, you deplete it again. And yeah, maybe your weight stays the same, maybe you even lose some, but it's just this constant. Empty the storage, refill it. Empty the storage, and that's where we got to break in and give you some lower intensity days where you're doing a fat burning program. So, fat burning program is the best way to lose weight. It has its place. It has its place in the whole spectrum of things. Okay?
Gotcha.
Makes sense? Now you get why the trainers are telling you.
Yes.
Some are saying yes. Yeah.
I mean, this is obviously years apart. Well, not obviously, but it was years apart.
Right. I'm confused. Yeah. So. All right. Good. All right. Keep going. Good job.
Okay, free weights are better than machines.
This is one I really don't know.
No guess?
My guess is probably true. Your body's probably better because it's less than the machine.
There you go. See? You know more than you think. All right, so
Because the trainers really don't start you. They start you all on the free weights anyways. Usually.
you hope so.
Most
You would
of
hope
them.
so.
The free weights.
Depends where you go. Depends. You'd hope so. Using the free weights, you burn more calories. It takes more energy. It's just, you're not just sitting there and just pushing. You actually have to have good posture. You have to engage your core muscles. You have to concentrate on exactly what you're doing to keep everything as it's supposed to be. So it burns more calories in that whole process than just sitting on a seat with your back against it, pushing and pulling and yeah. So it's a more functional training because you can. It's more like real life. You know, you're going to do your squats. You're going to sit on the couch. You know, and you're going to stand up. It's more like the same motion. Whereas if you're sitting on a machine pushing, what are you doing? Working the same muscles, but you're not really getting it into the real life situation and what you're going to machine. You pump more weight than with a free weight, but the whole package deal, you're not getting your core, you're not getting your back, you're not getting the full body that you could get with a free weight. So less energy, more muscles, more body parts used at the same time.
That actually makes sense.
Yeah. Why not do it all with one exercise instead of having to? Alright. So it's true and false at the same time. Machines have their place. If you don't have good posture and good form, you could hurt yourself with free weights. If you don't pay attention to how you're doing the weights, you could hurt yourself.
Right.
Or you do too much. Whereas the machine for beginners is great because, again, you have to have good posture to be in there. I know, it's so exciting, I know.
No, 5:30 comes really early.
Yes, it does. So holding weights during cardio burns more calories and tones me up.
Yeah, this one wasn't on your sheet. It's
Oh,
an added one.
Oh. It's extra credit. What do you think?
Added because somebody asked me.
What do you think?
I don't know. I want to say yes, but I also want to say no, because your body's already working, so.
That's a true and a false. So it does burn more calories, you have extra weight, but is it really worth it with the risk of injury? You have weights in your hands and you're walking really fast, you take the risk of hurting yourself. So I think the negative outweighs the positive aspect of that.
Not to mention, isn't when you use weights for your weights, you're, like you said, posture, everything is deliberate. When you're walking and you're jarring those weights like that, it's not going to be your elbows, and it's not going to have your ankles if you're ankles.
Exactly. So they say if you want to wear extra weight, wear a vest, get a weight vest if you must. But is it really?
Just like they run the gym and make vests and volleyball, that was fun.
There you go. So injury outweighs the benefits. So it can increase your speed or your resistance if you're going to play softball and you want to get to first base faster. Maybe you want to train that way. But there you go.
I did
Abby?
play softball last year, though.
Good.
It's not fun,
Oh,
because I don't know what I'm doing.
well, when you learn what you're doing, you like it. Ab machine will make my belly flat and toned.
You tried, it does not work.
You might be really hard underneath. It might be really rock solid underneath, but then you're still going to have your layers of fat over the
Well, there's a
top.
whole lot of muscle in these legs, but what about this thick all the way around?
Exactly, going back to what Laurie was saying. You gotta have your fat burn. So there you go. Decrease your body fat with your diet and your cardio. The ab machine may improve your posture, may help your lower back a little bit more, but it's a total package. It's a total package.
Remember, you can see one of those that's on there.
It was
Is
an
that an
infomercial a couple years
Was
ago.
that, okay.
Yeah, I don't think that one was very popular.
What I don't understand is why do they, no offense, Ms. Both men, why do they always have all the thin people on there? We don't want to look at thin people. You wouldn't see fat people on the picture.
But would you buy the machine if there was a fat person on it?
If you
That
gave,
fat person's using that machine and you're still fat?
if you gave a before and after and a progress over an infomercial is an hour long usually, right? They gave you every 15 minutes. You start out with the skinny chick, no problem. Then you put the fat chick on there, and then you go 4 months down the line, and then you should go with the skinny chick again.
And she's put on weight because
No.
she stopped using it?
No, I would not wish this on anybody. And then you show the chick that was so fat, but now she's not so fat. Because she's using it. I think it would be
You should write infomercials.
No, I agree.
Alright, my fat is turning to muscle.
Your fat does not turn to muscle.
Yay!
My son tried to tell me, if I do sit-ups, my fat will turn into muscle. I'm like, special. Fat is fat, muscle is muscle.
Oh.
Doesn't happen.
Whoa, it's like on your head.
It does not happen.
Okay, I go to the gym
Hit it again.
There, a pound of fat. People always say, oh, muscle weighs more than fat. No, 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 no.
No?
A pound of fat and a pound of muscle both equal a pound. But if you have a pound of grapes, you know, there's this much. If you have a pound of hamburger, it's this much. So a pound of fat is going to be like the grapes, and a pound of muscle is going to be like the hamburger. It's just going to take up less space. If you have your pound of fat, it spreads out more. It just takes up more room.
Okay, so I'm gonna understand. Well, that's because it's so rude. It's like, wow. I mean, I can only imagine people anyways, why is that then when you're not, okay, you work out, and you're not losing any weight, you're not seeing any difference in the way your jeans fit or nylons fit, but yet you see that up here is cut, and you can see that your stomach is going down. How come none of that measured out?
It's measuring somewhere. It's measuring somewhere. You know, you might have a shift in your scale and your pants will get smaller, or your weight on your scale will go down, but your pants will be the same. It's somewhere. It's measuring in there somewhere.
It's so discouraging. You work out for a month, and you step on there, and you lost nothing, and you see no difference in a month.
I don't even get on the scale anymore because I hate the scale and I would like to never see it again. But measuring, I measure regularly and I can tell there's always a difference. There's always a difference.
I despise the scale.
Doing the calipers and measuring the body fat is huge. It's huge. Even if you can't see it, just measuring with the pictures, it's huge. It makes a big difference.
It's huge, right?
Guess I shouldn't say that.
No, I'm joking.
But, you know, you always hear muscle weighs more than fat.
That's why I
And
wanted
in
you to explain
essence,
why.
if you look at it, the smart person way of, oh, a pound is a pound is a pound is a pound is a pound, it doesn't matter what it is across the board. But if you look at it mass-wise, if you look at it mass-wise, it's different.
I never understood.
So
but
that's
I
where
understand.
the logic comes from.
But see, as much logic as I am, I really am a very logical person. So for me to not grasp that tells you how negative I am about this weight issue.
You're going to fix that.
Just it takes so much time.
All right, so let's talk
Terrific.
about
Terrific.
some hot fitness trends. Did you own a pair of Skechers? A pair of shape-ups?
I'm not spending money on those things. I don't have to do enough for that. But in my face.
Good, amen. Okay, good. So you didn't buy into that one.
And
Good
I don't
job.
buy anything in brand anyway, so.
Another current one is Zumba. Zumba's pretty popular.
I
Zumba's
just
great.
Google the pants. I really don't care who people say, but I just want to give you some random.
So Zumba's great for that. So Zumba, what I like about Zumba is no matter what fitness level you're coming in at, you can grow with it. You know, Zumba, you start out and everybody's kind of lost and they're like, what is she doing? Oh my gosh. But as you get it more, because a lot of times Zumba classes will repeat, it's the same routine for a month, and so you get better at it, you learn the moves, and all of a sudden your moves become bigger because you're more confident, you know what's coming next, you learn the routine, and so as you become conditioned, you can grow with it. Only caution with Zumba is you need to make sure that when you're doing Zumba, you're wearing the right kind of shoes, and that you don't want to be wearing like a running shoe. It needs to be like a court shoe that will allow you, or specifically a Zumba shoe or a dance shoe that will allow for you to pivot, because you're going to pivot a lot. And so, yeah, I think they have workout shoes. So that's my only caution with Zumba.
Hey, look, there's chunky chicks on there.
How about that?
Did you see that? There was chunky chicks.
Whoops,
that
that was
makes me
not.
happy.
Shoot.
It's okay.
Here we go.
Yeah, I always had small ones, but
All right, so we
no,
fit.
not my We Fit. I love my We Fit.
Okay, awesome. You can use your WeFit. I got some specific things on WeFit I want to make sure I hit. So I think this is pretty cool. What's your favorite thing on WeFit?
The thing that I'm not supposed to be doing according to my mother, I like yoga poses.
The yoga poses?
I
No.
feel stretched. I like the jackknife. Or the,
It's a
I don't care how much is here, I can still be here.
Not a fan of Jack.
I do like the step
Okay.
thing. I actually got it.
You got that step down. All right,
Well,
here's the thing
I
with
haven't
the
done any
step,
cars,
with the step game. All right, so this was research from southeastern Louisiana, and basically they found that when you're actually working at a higher cardiovascular rate doing the hula game, intermediate hula versus beginner step. I don't know about the intermediate step. They said that the beginning step game was equivalent to walking at 2.5 miles per hour, and the intermediate hula game was equivalent to walking at 3.6, so a little bit more intensity.
Okay, the hula. Let me explain something to you about the hula. Have you ever done that?
I've done the hula. I don't like it at all.
I don't like it because it does not register. Because I am a freaking hula queen. I can hula hoop for hours on end. Hours on end. I'm not even joking.
I'm so challenged I can't go over at all.
What I don't like about hula hoop is I can only do it one way, and then if I play it too much,
I can't go this
well, you
way.
can't do too much. You're gonna overtrain one direction. You gotta create balance. You gotta learn to go the other way. So
Just
we
probably why
fit.
this one's so much stronger than
We
this
fit's
one.
pretty good. You know, if you're pretty for somebody that's already already exercising and fairly fit, this isn't going to replace their workout. But for somebody that's sedentary, this is a good way to get them off the couch. Obviously, it's better than playing a game seated. You know, so it has its place. It has its place. The next one is these bar classes or bar fit. So one of my verdicts still out on that. I've had a couple clients try it. Yeah, there's a studio that's offering it. It's always full. So
I like no reach yet.
I'm not too sure how I feel about that. TRX. Have you heard of TRX? You might have seen it in the gym back there.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's daylights out of nowhere.
So,
It's wonderful.
it's wonderful.
No,
And it's
it's
good
not.
I'm
for.
scared to death it's gonna fall out of the ceiling.
It's,
Especially when I
It'll
can hear
hold-
this.
it'll hold up to 1,400 pounds. So.
He's got me in there.
Well,
Just
you're not
lean back.
hanging from it.
He says, just lean back. Just lean back. I'm like, I don't matter. Because it'll hold you. Trust me, it'll hold you. I'll put my hand here. Like, okay. And I'm still like, ready to
You're not relaxing.
pull myself. I can't allow it to stretch. I'm scared to death of it. What about P90X? I'm really curious.
Oh, we're getting to that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, have you heard of this one? The weight loss pill? I don't know how to say it.
Well,
It was the first FDA-approved weight loss pill in 13 years. When it first went to the FDA, they did not pass it the first time, and they admittedly, they will admittedly say that it passed because there was such a strong need for an obesity treatment in this country. The concern remains about tumors found in lab animals and heart valve issues. Anytime you're trying to manipulate a body, the body's weight controlling pathway in the brain, there are long-term effects on the heart and heart valves and other metabolic pathways. It works to activate the same hormone as that old weight loss pill, fen-phen, remember fen-phen?
same thing as the Oxytrim and all that.
So it can cause serotonin syndrome if taken with other drugs to treat depression.
I really don't like it.
So it can cause low blood sugar, constipation, dry mouth, affect attention and memory. But it does work!
It works.
Half of the people lost 5% of their starting weight, where only 20% of those on the placebo lost 5% of their starting weight. So, all right, we don't have to talk about shake weight, do we?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, that's
That's that thing where you.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I
It's-
have no desire for that. I have enough physical therapy issues. No.
Good call, good call. All right, so P90X, here's the deal with P90X. P90X is, remember we talked about that high intensity workout burning a ton of carbs?
Yes.
That's P90X. Has its place.
I can't imagine.
Problem with P90X is that most people will not dumb it down. Okay, you have to take many of the moves back to what you're able to do. There are moves in there that I'm not able to do, but I know what I can do to substitute it. I get, oh, it's working chest, it's working back, it's for this, I can take it back. Most people either don't know or won't because they're like so geared up for it.
And you get hurt.
And you get hurt. I mean, we have lots of patients in here that are coming in, oh, I got hurt doing P90X. Same thing with insanity. I take ideas.
That's the other one.
Yeah, that's the other one. I take ideas from these. I think they've got great exercises in them. But doing them all back to back to back, day after day after day, and even though there is recovery week and a yoga and all that stuff, I say, oh, but there's recovery. And I know, but you're doing a lot of high intensity stuff day after
As
day.
soon as you stop doing that, it's all going to come right back because you're not working your body.
So
And
yeah, you
that's the
can't do this.
intensity.
Most people that I know that have tried it don't make it through the whole thing because it's just too intense. You know? So, it has its limitations. Now, census sprinkles. Have you heard of these?
This just frustrates me because I just wish it worked. See,
Because what?
I wish it worked easy, but you know what wouldn't work for me is I don't eat. I might be overweight, but I don't eat. But
Well,
you
you
think I eat.
got
I
another
eat.
issue.
What did I tell you? Not enough calories.
No, I eat. But what I choose to eat is not always
The right
because
stuff.
I love baked potatoes. I love sour cream. My mom tells me do not use fat-free stuff. If it's
She's right.
really.
Use the fat. We said eat the fat. Eat the fat.
But how do you know if you're eating too much?
You have to keep track of it. You need to count how much fat you're eating.
Fat or calories?
Well, that's where we get into you need to use one of these apps. And one of them, these are two that I'm a huge fan of, MyFitnessPal and FitDay. And what they allow you to do is track, write down all the food that you're eating. At the end of the day, it will say this percentage of your calories came from fat. My recommendation is that it's between 20 and 30% of your total calories. Now, if you're eating 3,000 calories, it doesn't matter if your percentage is in the right if you're eating too many calories. So you have to know what's the right amount of calories for me to be eating. These apps will go ahead and do a default, do an equation and give you a goal. But again, that may not be correct. Somewhere in the ballpark, that's something where, okay, you got to know your numbers. All right, let's go ahead and do your BIA and find out how many calories do you burn at rest. All right, we know that you're not at rest, that you're alive, you're living your life, maybe you're working out. We can factor that in there and say, okay, in order for you to lose weight, you need to eat X amount of calories a day. Then we go ahead and we put that in the app and we figure out, okay, you get to eat this many calories. If you're eating the right percentage of carbs, fat, and protein, it's going to be this many grams of protein, this many grams of carbs, this many grams of fat. And then,
Yeah,
well-
there's even, it's got a little scanner. You push scan and you just hit the barcode, it inputs everything in the phone for you. And you don't even have to, you just put in how much you ate. How many you ate, half a cup, you ate a cup, you ate one portion.
That's a lot of measuring. And
my intent is not for you to do this for your whole life. But doing this for 10 days or 2 weeks, yes, I won't lie, it is a lot of work. However, you will learn a ton about your diet, where you're screwing up, and very quickly where you can fix it.
So you do it for 10 days.
Yeah, my intent is not that you have to do it for your life. No, you don't have to do it for your life. This is something I have a lot of my clients do. They do it for 10 days, 2 weeks, something like that, do it really, really good. And then by that time we've figured some things out and they start to fix it. Okay, keep going, keep going. Some of them will keep tracking because some people are like, okay, I'm having success, I'm not going to stop anything I'm doing. Others, yeah, life gets in the way. Okay, you know what? Use what you learned, keep applying it. 6 months down the road, maybe you stop losing, you're plateaued, maybe you're starting to gain. All right, time to track. You got to track for 10 days. Let's see what's going on. Oh my gosh, my portion of protein all of a sudden got a couple ounces too big. I got to recalibrate my eyes and figure out what is a cup of pasta, what is a cup of rice, what is 6 ounces of chicken. You know, so you have to go back and recalibrate and start tracking. So great apps for that. And you're right, it's a lot of
And
work.
MyFitnessPal is free. I've never seen
They're-
one, but-
They're both free.
Okay.
FitDay is
So-
very, very old. FitDay was one of the first tracking programs that I used 10 years ago. It's old school. But they finally came out with an app. There's an app.
I
So,
do MyFitnessPal regularly.
How do I access it?
Just go into your little store, go under free apps,
very popular.
Oh, I would type it into here. But
Go in the store.
I'm in the store.
You want free?
But it's apps. I just want to kind of find it so you're for sure that I can get it.
What kind of phone is that?
Android.
Yeah.
Because
But can't you search
Just
for
type
it?
it in.
Is that what this is for up here? I don't know. I'm
I don't
not a
know.
computer.
I'm an Apple person. I don't know which way.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It's my friend. Okay.
No, that's gonna search Google. How do you back up? Let's go back to the App Store. I don't know how you search.
Well, I'll tell you what's it called? My Fitness
Yeah.
Pal. My Fitness Pal right there.
There you go.
Well, isn't it? Look at the pictures and the samples.
There you go.
That thing changed my whole eating plan throughout my whole day.
Well, I ate really bad today. I didn't really. Because I knew I was coming to this, and I'm like, okay, you're just gonna, and I do this. Like when I went on campus diet 2 weeks ago. Oh, God, that was misery. But
Okay, I want to get through the rest of these apps.
Go ahead, sorry.
So, Locavore is one where it tells you what's in season locally and where you can get it. It takes your GPS and tells you what's in season now, what's going to be in season in 2 weeks. Kind of cool, just because I'm all about eating fresh and eating local farmers market or farmers and things like that. So, and like I was wondering, okay, when is spaghetti squash going to be out? Like you look it up on there, and it's going to tell you where it is, and it'll even show you different markets that you can go to. This is an app that will actually put you through workouts. It's called Nike Training Club. It's one of the best that I've seen as far as apps that will put you through a workout. But of course, my caution with anything that you're watching on YouTube or on your phone or anything is, if that's too hard for you, how do you know how to bring it back? How do you know that you're doing that exercise correctly? So that's just the thing of doing things on your own. These are things like some of my clients will do some of these workouts on their own, and sometimes they know that that's not a good exercise for them, but we've come up with something to substitute instead.
That was that one free too.
That one's free too.
The sweet beans.
And then this one is Nike Plus. And not you, a big Nike fan. I don't have Nike shoes, I don't have Nike clothes, pretty much, but I'm really a fan of their apps. So this one will track how far you've ran or walked, and it will even say, oh, you've reached the 1 mile mark, it took you this long. Oh, you've reached the 2 mile mark, it took you this long. Oh, great job, this is the best 5K time you've ever done.
How does it do that?
It uses
not on.
it uses the GPS on your phone.
This is pretty cool.
It's very cool. And then it will play your playlists, that you have.
No, I don't do that.
If you have music on your, you know what? If you have music on your phone, doesn't matter, it'll find it. It'll play it for you.
I don't have music. I don't.
So that's a good one. Another one that kind of does the same thing is Endomondo, but that one's kind of lost its popularity. That one was really popular years, so now I'm loving the Nike Plus. And then instead of playing, Angry Birds or something when you're standing in line, some mindless game. This is a game, Eat This, Not That, where it's kind of just like the books, if you've seen the books. So it gives you a choice. Okay, if you go to Burger King, is it better to eat this or eat that? What's the lesser of two evils?
I was really shocked to see in a magazine that eating some kind of burger from McDonald's was less calories than eating the market fresh sandwich at Marty's. I was
Things
blown
like
away
that.
by
Things like that. That's what this game is all about. You think that, it's healthier bread, it's leaner meat, but it's not necessarily depends on how much for that. So this is a game that's educational instead of just that. So eat this, that. Yeah. Next time you're in for PT, remind me. I'll give you one of those books to read while you're on heat or something. Because I got a couple of those books. You'll be blown away. All right, so you learned some good stuff, yes?
Yes.
You learned about fat burn on the treadmill.
Your favorite.
Yes. You were confused about muscle and fat.
It's
But at least you knew that.
Everything
At least you knew muscle couldn't turn to fat and fat couldn't turn to muscle, so you got that one.
That's just stupidity.
Yeah.
In my thought process.
Awesome. Well, good. Any other questions that you have for us?
I have tons of questions, but
You're gonna make question overload.
yeah. What is the first step I need to take? Obviously, tracking what I eat is huge because I wouldn't be reaching in. And you know what I find, and I read this in one of my parents' magazines, do not eat what your kids have on their plate. My husband is one of those people. You don't waste anything in this house. I'm not going to make my 4-year-old finish the pancakes that he absolutely loves. If he's turning them down, that means he's full, you know? I took time to make them. Putting the kids' lunch together in the morning.
So you're absolutely right. Tracking your food is going to make you realize how much of that snitching and how much of that clearing your plate you might be doing.
And
I would say that always my first recommendation is, your first step from here is you're in therapy. So guess what? As you get stronger, chances are you're going to be coming to see me for exercise anyway. So we'll start there. We got to is it your shoulder? Yeah, we got to get that shoulder. That's our main focus.
It's a whole bunch of stuff actually. It's my shoulder. He worked here yesterday. Twitcher. This thumb and this finger. This thumb mostly. I can feel this thumb. I can feel pressure, but I can't feel pain. He thinks it's a nerve.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But what can I do now? I mean, is walking. Okay, I'm going to be point blank honest right here. My kids were taken away in 2006. I didn't know what to do with myself, so all I did was walk.
Okay.
I couldn't eat, so if I ate, I threw up. Obviously, that is going to make you lose weight. But I consumed protein drinks because I could make them stay down.
Okay.
And lots and lots and lots of water. I couldn't do anything else. I was managing in a fast food restaurant. Okay, I admit, sitting in front of Wendy's and a junior bacon sandwich in front of me, and I had no desire to eat it. There's a problem with me. But I did nothing but walk. I lost 60 pounds in 2 months.
So you had a lot of things going on, a lot of metabolic things going on.
But did the walking do anything? If I wasn't working, I was walking because I couldn't be there in that
Couldn't
house.
be at home. Right. So you had a lot of stuff going on. You had chronic stress. Cortisol levels were probably through the roof. You had starvation going on. But you had this little cardio exercise where you were probably burning some fat that you were getting from the protein. But that wasn't a weight loss program, right?
That's not, obviously
that's
not. I can't do that.
Right, that's not how you lost the weight. The walking was, this much of it. It was probably more a stress relief and a coping mechanism, probably working to keep cortisol in check because of all the stress. That was probably more that was going on from the walking than anything else because you're starting to at least get some feel-good endorphins and keep some hormone levels in check by getting outside and not being at home,
But
So,
then just walking.
So walking is a good start. Walking is probably not going to be enough to lose 60 pounds. But diet is. Diet is huge.
But how long would it take me to do that? I need someone to tell me in a ballpark figure. Right now it's just so insurmountable that I need to lose 85 pounds. According to my doctor, to be at least at a healthy weight. Not ideal weight, but at least at a healthy weight. That's to be 150 if I can afford it.
So you can get there, but your life is gonna look a lot different than what you're doing now.
I go literally.
And you don't have to do it all in one day. You don't have to do it all in one
But
day.
I don't know how to fit it in when I literally go from the time I wake up in the morning till the time I go to bed. Literally, I do not stop.
So tell me a little bit about your kitchen.
What do you mean about my kitchen?
Tell me what kind of things are in your kitchen right now. Tell me what's in your pantry. That you eat. I don't care what the kids
that
stuff.
I eat.
What's in your pantry for you?
I don't eat anything in my pantry.
Okay, what are you eating? What's in your freezer?
Well, I eat dinner. I usually eat for breakfast or lunch, depending on if I get to eat before. I've been really good, actually, this week, eating breakfast.
Okay, what's in your freezer?
My freezer is a bunch of meat. The
Okay.
rest of it is all meat.
Okay.
Hamburger, pork chops,
Okay.
chicken,
Good.
Italian sausage. I know, but can't have
Portion
Italian,
control.
can't have Italian spaghetti without extra Italian sausages. There is room. That's just
Alright, so you got some healthy proteins in there.
vegetables, mostly broccoli, cauliflower, mixed vegetables. Like
How many
that.
days a week do you cook?
At least 5, if not more.
Okay, awesome.
Wednesdays I don't cook like an actual meal. We usually have pot pies or something. Most of my food comes from the fridge.
Okay.
My thing is sauces. I know that's my hugest fallback is sauces, dressing and salads, butter and sour cream.
I found this cool, where did I see it? I think I saw it at Kroger by the salad dressing. It's like a top that you can put on your salad dressing that will measure out a serving.
Well, that's
I
right.
have to look.
It was only like $5, but I was already over my budget, so I'm like, not this week.
I have to look for that.
I know, it was
But
very cool.
That's the one that tastes good. In my mind, I don't know how to make myself tea. And what salad dressing can I possibly eat that I like? Right now,
I heard you say garlic expressions. It's great salad dressing.
oh,
Yeah, it's my favorite. That's all I use on my salad is garlic expressions. Now, it's not swimming in it.
no, and actually, I'm usually, my favorite dressing is either Catalina or, what is that? It's orange.
French.
No, it's the things that Thousand Island. Oh, sorry. I don't know why, but it's just Thousand Island cheese.
So, well, you know what? It sounds like, I mean, it's got a lot of stuff going on. But the biggest thing is going to be starting to track that food. Starting to use that fitness pal. Use the default that it sets for your calorie intake. Start tracking it. Start being aware. Start looking at the percentages of carbs, protein, and fat that it's recommending for you and where you're falling at the end of the day.
Okay, so when you said to scan it, what do you mean by scan it? On the app?
No, when you pull the MyFitnessPal up and you're going to type in peanut butter jelly, say, and the peanut butter's right there, it's got the barcode that they scan at the grocery
Oh, the
store.
actual barcode.
Right where you would type in, right next to it's a little scanner looking thing, a little code looking thing, you just push it and then you hold it up to the
Oh, the scanner.
scanner, and you hold it up to the barcode and it will take a picture of it and it will put all the nutrients and you just have to put how much you ate.
So you don't have to enter the
You
information.
don't have to.
So, okay.
It just makes
So
it a lot
basically,
easier than
so-
putting in Jif peanut butter, crunchy, or, you know, trying to.
And a lot of times you will put stuff in there and it will have it in its library. So you don't have to enter, you know, serving size or how many carbs, or you don't have to enter. A lot of stuff is in the library. You just start typing it in or take a picture of it and it's done. And once you've done it once, now it's in your library and you don't ever have to add it to your foods again. So that's why I say it's work for
First couple weeks.
first couple days, and then you start to get some stuff in there. Like for me, like breakfast, I basically have 2 different breakfasts. So once those 2 breakfasts are in there, boom, I'm off to a good start. You know, I don't have to
Yogurt,
enter.
We
granola,
make
healthy.
everything from scratch. So for me, I have to put in my whole recipe, but then it's in.
Then it's in. She never
It's in.
has to
I never
enter
have to do it
again.
again. So I have enough recipes for 2 weeks. So it took me 2 weeks to get my whole library done. It has every fast food thing ever imaginable in there. It's got pretty much anything you find at the grocery store is in there.
So yeah, start playing with it, and I think it will be. It'll be
It's
the
good
first step to your weight loss, and the most important step, because I can't tell you how many people I've worked with over the years. They work their butt off when they come in to see me, but I don't know what goes on the other 100-some hours a week that they're not with me. You know, they're not changing their food, they're not doing crunch. That's going to be your biggest thing, is to get that get that food under control.
I'm joking. This is my list for today, and I have barely scratched it.
And somewhere in there, you gotta put time for you, whether it's 15 minutes and just.
But to do what? 15 minutes of
Right now, it's
Am I
gonna
do anything? How
Right
can I
now,
do
it's gonna
anything?
be entering your food and your recipes in Fitness Pal. That's what it's gonna be.
I should.
You'll notice once you start marking, you're just, it's gonna change. It's gonna change.
If I'm doing it for me, then everybody will be basically on the same thing.
Awesome. It's good for them.
And like you said, you wanted your middle child to lose weight. Guess what? Once you're on it, it's going to be a natural progression. My family's all on it. They don't know they're on it. So.
But what if I don't like all those healthy foods? I can't stand that.
I still eat pizza. I still eat my donuts. But everything in moderation. You can't eat so much of it. You know,
Right.
And that's what you're gonna start to see
Right.
is
What frustrates me is that I don't eat a bunch of the junk food that everyone assumes I eat. You know, like I love.
Doesn't matter what anybody assumes.
Love yogurt.
no, and you know what? Here's the thing. I don't have any assumptions. I'm thinking, okay, you probably don't eat often enough. You might not eat frequently enough. You might not eat clean enough. I don't know. We don't know. You
I
probably
eat,
don't even know
but I
until
don't
you start looking at it. You know, most people don't get overweight by eating too much. That's not the issue. It's what they eat.
But that's my problem, is what I eat. And I
Yeah.
know
So guess what? That's what's going to open it up to you to see what it is and what it's not. Typically, it's not enough vegetables. Typically, it's not enough fruit. A lot of times, it's not enough protein. You know, but everybody's different. Everybody's different. What they're
Mine was
lacking.
too much sugar.
They're getting
Mine
too
was
much.
way
That's
too
a
much
common
sugar
one too.
just from coffee, just from my everyday. Mine was way too. My sugar was so far over. Once I tweaked it,
And then you start craving more sugar. You
right?
get into this cycle.
I'm just thinking about what did I actually eat today. So like today for dinner we had refried beans,
Okay. Good.
but I made with lard, so that good fat is okay. Right?
So
They're not homemade; they're out of the can.
they're out of the can.
I don't know how to make refried beans. Never.
I don't know how to make it.
Never thought to.
But I know it involves soaking the beans. Whenever you buy raw beans, you have to soak the beans.
Yeah, my husband likes.
You gotta plan ahead, soak the beans. But
Do I take this?
that is for you. Yeah.
But this is not right.
So, and if you want to start with, I mean, with your crazy schedule, I would say that you're probably